Hello viewers, I'm SB, and after double verifying that I have 150 gigabytes of hard drive space left, we are back here in Hades. I've spent a little bit of time thinking here about which weapon I want to use. Obviously the spear has the thirst right now, but also we really haven't played with the shield that much. And with the darkness, or with the Titan blood rather, that we have on us, we can juice up a couple of the aspects that we haven't used yet to try them out in a way that's like a little bit more compelling. In particular here, I'm thinking like the bow aspects that we haven't used, which really seems like it benefits from having some blood spent on it. I think for the moment we get enough benefit out of the darkness. There's still enough things that we want to buy with the darkness that we should follow our thirst, but I'm kind of like strategizing out how I want to spend my blood. So I think the shield's gonna get a little bit of love. Like,
to me, and I am your
honestly, spending blood here doesn't seem like a bad idea. We might end up spending the blood on the aspect of Chaos rather than the aspect of Zeus, but I think we want to spend some blood on the shield and the bow. But even so, I think that leaves us with enough to play around with the spear a little bit.
It's time, Baratha.
So let's do that. And while we're not going to get another big burst of Titan blood like that, there's not another prophecy that's going to be just like, here's 10. But we should be able to pretty reliably continue earning Titan blood the old-fashioned way by just wresting it from Meg and Hades' cold, dead hands. All right, everybody's hands down here are probably cold, right? We're all dead. I don't know. So I think we're going to put a couple of levels onto the aspect of Achilles. If we're going to take this thing out for a spin, let's just make it real powerful, right? So
Awaken.
I'm gonna take it. I know that this is half of our supply of blood. I'm gonna take it all the way up to level 3.
Our bond strengthens.
Whoa, what was that?
So, plus 100% damage for 4 attacks or casts after doing the spear rush thing, which is to say, throwing the spear through somebody and then following it rather than pulling it back. Okay, we do deal damage there.
Yeah, boyo.
Okay. The next 4 attacks or casts. It's not as clear here.
Baratha.
Yes, attacks or casts. So we could get a cast boon. You know, I wonder how this interacts with Demeter's cast. Is it just the next instance of damage one of the crystals would deal, or is it the next crystal you set down has double damage for the duration of its life? If we get the opportunity to test that, I think we should. And then if it turns out to be the bad one, we'll just use our Raging Rush bonus on our attacks instead. It'll be fine. Oh, keepsakes. Probably shouldn't run out there with this thing. That's not what I was. The weapons, they just leap into our hands. So we're still missing Zeus. This is definitely Zeus. And then someone, and we have no idea who that is. Well, nothing for it. I mean, it's boring, but it's right. It's just really nice to come into the run with an additional boon, basically.
I have this.
And you know what? I think we're going to just go ahead and take our 6 heat bonuses on 8 heat. So in case it's not 100% clear what's going on here, if we do our run right now at 8 heat, we will get bonuses as though we were on 6. If we complete them, and then we do another run with the spear in the next episode and keep it like this, we'll get the bonuses for having played on 7 heat. So we can just leave it at 8 for a while. Honestly, I think that the no extreme measures version of the first 2 boss fights are kind of boring at this point. So I think we're just going to leave it on 8 because it's more fun on 8. We could take it all the way up to 11 and just juice up the Asterius and Theseus fight, I suppose. That one, we sometimes take enough damage that maybe let's leave it like this for a minute. And did we spend our darkness and stuff? We have 413 darkness. It must be the case that we could buy something of value. Oh, I was saving up for Fated Persuasion. That's right. Well, as much as I want this stuff, I think that's probably right. Let's save up for Fated Persuasion. You know what? It might be worth doing a little bit of math and figuring out when it is appropriate to reset the mirror. Just to pour some darkness into that right away.
See that, Varatha? Now to fix up this spear.
Alright, well, we want to be doing our special a fair amount, and having it just strip stuff's armor very, very quickly does seem good. That said, triple jab might also be really powerful with the double attack damage. I do not think that this is a quick spin situation, although I suppose the spin attack is an attack, and so it will benefit from the aspect bonus. I think I'm going to take Breaching Skewer. I assume that the plus 400 will apply to both the spear throw and the me rushing to the spear. So I bet this will allow us to strip the armor off of enemies very, very, very quickly.
That should do it.
It seems... maybe I'm just misremembering a little bit. Oh, was that a fishing ding? It sure was. Maybe I'm just misremembering because we haven't used the spear special a lot, but it feels like the spear special is shorter with this aspect, maybe? It really does not go anywhere when you throw it. I'm so nervous, I'm gonna miss it. I need this sweet, sweet currency.
Now, I got a hellfish.
Okay, that's a new one. Get it? It's like a shellfish, but from hell. As opposed to a shellfish, which is from shell.
You can't stop me.
Okay, the good news is... ow. The good news is we seem to get the bonus regardless of whether or not I miss with the attack. Even if the special doesn't land. Alright, get ourselves a little bit of...
persuasion.
a little bit of that old persuasion. I don't think we need money. I would be willing to take on a shop at 265. So, just real quick. I know I just said we don't need money, but obviously if there is a pot around here, we should... Alright, a point of Fated Persuasion should be real good. This is definitely an aspect where I'm going to have to play quite differently from the way I would ordinarily play the spear, and I think that's valuable. I was trying to work out the timing there for coming through the dash and then spin attacking right afterward, and I think I started holding attack too early, so the spin didn't even start charging. Alright, this is not too bad to see early on, although I'm not going to lie to you. Wouldn't mind some boons, if we can maybe get a boon or two. If we haven't gotten a cast boon by ASPHODEL, I think we'll probably take the Demeter keepsake and keepsake and see if we can get it that way. This guy's just stuck in the corner. Yeah, the spin attack might just... it might just take too long to charge up for that to be a useful idea. Especially because with our throw, we're usually going to be hurling ourselves into a group of enemies. I mean, obviously that's why I want to do the spin attack in the first place, but it just doesn't work, I don't think. Alright, so of these two, who do I think is more exciting for our current setup? It's probably Aphrodite. I don't think we play that well with Hangover. Let's just consult the book for a moment here. Does Dionysus have anything that would be real fun for us? I mean, there's this, I guess. That would be pretty good. The percentage damage boost on a base 100 damage Festive Fog is potentially interesting, but I really want to try out that Demeter thing to see how it would work. Premium Vintage would, of course, be good to get early. Strong Drink is good to get early. There's definitely some stuff here. Whereas with Aphrodite, I mean, we would probably just be trying to take a thing that gives a big percentage boost to an attack, which is fine, and, you know, weakens good and everything. I think we're actually going to go, for Dionysus here. There is some non-hangover related stuff that would be really good. Now see, here, Here, the spin is probably the right thing to do. I'm trying desperately to rush to it.
I'll run you through.
There we go. And we can use the spear to hit them. We can use the spin to hit them even while they're behind cover by simply dashing through their cover. Let me move. Oh god. Yeah, I don't know. It's okay. It feels very clumsy to do it that way. I kind of want to just be Spear Wizard, if I'm being honest. If that Demeter cast thing works, I think that'd be really strong. And I didn't really mean to do it that way. I was trying to throw through, but it's an interesting point that throwing the spear against a wall that you're standing next to allows you to do the throw and rush in like only a couple of frames. So it's a really good way to just hook the buff up really quickly.
I gotta hand it to you, Zach. You don't back down. You don't ever back down. What is this, like the 20th time that you've attempted to escape?
Apparently he's counting more than I am. I think these are all terrible for us. Let's re-roll.
What else we got?
Yeah. Okay, so it's like Trippy Shot versus Dionysus's Aid, and I think these are both good. I'm gonna take the Aid. It's good to have a call. Anything else around here? I know we broke one money pot in here already. Yeah, Fated, being able to pick up points of reroll during the run is really good. I think that was a smart use of diamonds. Good job, me. Way to make great decisions all of the time, in all aspects of your life.
Let us conspire to expand and frustrate your Lord Father's sense of both what is and is not possible within his underworld.
I'm into it. I'm super into that. Okay, so I'm a little bummed out to see that there's no buff to the damage of our special available here. If we're trying to do Spear Wizard, Excruciating Grasp might be good. Atrophic Ambush is also potentially interesting because we'll be charging through enemies a lot. But I think I might just take Excruciating Grasp and really try to lean into this cast thing. Why do they even have gold down here? I don't remember. We get a little bit of money from Gemstone Chambers, is that right? We finally see an enemy who has armor and I just don't use the special against him at all. I forgot, man. Okay, so we can start the rush, it looks like, maybe even before the spear has finished moving. Be careful not to dash myself into a projectile that is already in motion. I don't know, I gotta be honest with you, it's very difficult for me to... Not very difficult, but I am not reflexively doing special stuff. I have to think about it every time I want to do it. Unlike the dash attack, which, as you can tell, I very often do, completely without having thought. So zero thought involved in that process. Okay, Powerful Athena Boon. Interesting. There's a lot of stuff we could get here that would be real good. Honestly, Reflect on the Special.
Come get smashed to bits.
Reflect on the Special would be strong. It is a lot of damage. Wow, okay, so he's positioned such that he can... There's no place to stand where I wasn't getting lasered, which sucks. That shouldn't be how that is. Ow.
You'll be back, won't you?
I should have boiled his blood.
The eternal spear we call Varatha. So then it wasn't lost during the war. A magnificent weapon in deserving hands.
I really don't like it when he does that, when the Doomstone does that thing where it just projects damage in all directions. When it's projecting damage out to the little crystals, you have some counterplay, and there's like maneuvering, and you can decide it would be worth it to go out and attack something. But when it does the thing where it just sprays lasers in 8 directions, there's no counterplay available for that other than go away and wait. And go away and wait is not generally the most fun gameplay. All right, we gotta
Some nectar there.
Oh, never mind. I was about to say we gotta step it up here so that we can get some time to regen, but apparently I am just going to be handed some regen. I'll take it.
Hit the spot.
Boy, without strong drink, that's a very different amount of amount of healing than we're used to. Okay, pretty obvious winner here, and we have so much money. Okay, not a lot of conversation left. I think we may have actually exhausted everything with Karen. Yeah. It's a new note on Hypnos. I guess we must have just unlocked the rest of his text. It is a wonder that the Master is so tolerant of this. Some say it is because the Master is oblivious to Hypnos, but it is my choice to think the Master secretly and silently enjoys the bit of levity the fellow purposely or inadvertently provides. Yeah, you know, Zeus is a big, Hades is a big softie, so that makes sense.
Should help keep me going.
Attack inflicts doom is not amazing for us. I mean, obviously Doom's always good. The low quality of this, though, I think we're just going to take Urge to Kill. I do have an Urge to Kill.
Power of the gods.
4% all damage, or like... it's gotta be, right?
Much better. Come on, then.
I'm hoping... Right, armor. I was all relying on hit stun against enemies who are hit stun proof. I wonder if we're going to be able to burn this boon off, this chaos penalty, rather, before the boss. Boy, that that charge didn't move us very far, did it? So yeah, we definitely just got hit mid-dash there. I gotta figure out exactly where in the dash the iframes are. The problem is I am either dashing fairly consistently too early or too late while I am trying to dash through stuff, and it sure would help us a lot if I could figure out which one of those two things I am doing.
There. All mine.
Okay, it's gotta be heart, right? I know that would be enough gold that we'd be able to shop again. We'd be ready to shop again already, but there's no way that's right. Alright, remember the boiling blood bonus. I'm trying to get my bloodstone into all of the enemies, but it does not want to play the game that way. I mean, it is burning through the armor very quickly. It does what it says it would do. Ah, that's trap. Okay. It's fine. I did not actually get trapped.
You're nothing.
Gosh, the spear's a good weapon.
My boon from chaos is transformed.
That's real bad damage again. Okay, well, I do not want a pomegranate right now, but we are not going to the shop with 162 gold. I just don't much like using the special on the spear, I think.
Power of Olympus.
It feels bad. It always feels bad. This is gonna... 6 damage on each tick of each stack of Hangover is going to really increase the damage of this very impressive... This thing that already does very impressive damage. I'm gonna take it over the relatively small boost that we could get to our special.
Hope I didn't keep you waiting, ladies.
Good. You ready, Megara? Tisiphone? Let's go.
Okay, 2 support sisters is definitely going to make this a little bit more of a challenge. So yeah, she goes and does that, and I'm supposed to stop her somehow, but nothing I do seems to affect what she's doing, so I don't know, man. You need to stop being impervious. I think they should take the imperviousness out of all of the bosses. If you want the fight to last longer, then make them have more health. But like the thing where the better you're doing, the larger a percentage of the fight you spend sitting around waiting for the point where you can be playing the fight again is bad. Oh, this is bad. I dashed the wrong way. The thing I did cannot fairly be described as a dodge. Come on, light up. There it is. Well, this is going horribly. I'm thinking this is probably going to be a lost run because of how badly this has gone. Like, what did we lose? A life and a half there on the first boss?
Where'd the others go?
It's certainly recoverable, but Jesus Christ, that's a bad performance. Just dashing into stuff and, ugh, ugly.
I'll just be a moment, Father. Keepsakes.
Well, we are at least going to try to learn some things
Deal with
here.
that one.
Absolutely, and probably not any of this other stuff. Yeah, okay.
Closer to the surface.
We need a really good performance from our Eye of Lamia here. And also way better performance from me in general, and also, probably, realistically, to purchase a Kiss of Styx at some point. Although it is possible, of course, that we could end up just like if we were to lose another Death Defiance on like the Hydra and then encounter Patroclus, that would certainly solve some of our problems. He may well be able to fix not just the problem we have now, but future problems we have yet to encounter. Is my point. Not that I intend to lose a Death Defiance to the Hydra. Look at this cowardice.
I'll just keep this on me.
Alright, well, another persuasion's an awfully good find. Wow, what a bad set of room rewards. Okay, we'll take that one, I think. Yeah, we absolutely should do this.
Don't make me laugh.
I see that wave skeleton down there trying to make my whole day worse. He'll get his. Right now, we got such a head start on these bomb skeletons. I feel like it would be very foolish not to just finish them off. Also, definitely charged into a parting shot bomb there, which is not good. The game is so generous with the backstab angles. Like, I'm 100% sure we just got the backstab bonus for a throw that went through. Like, it was his front. It was absolutely his front.
And my keep.
Alright, so the troves don't count as an encounter for the purposes of the duration of your Eye of Lamia, but the enemies in them do still have a chance to drop food. So it's pretty obvious that you should take those on when you have the eye, as long as you're sure you're not going to get totally clobbered. And we got semi-clobbered, at the very least semi-clobbered.
Thanatos?
Oh,
Thought I'd drop in.
this is a good time for that.
What do you say we deal some death together, Zagreus? Prepare yourselves.
You better.
very frustrating that I sometimes am obviously hitting a Hydra head and it just isn't taking damage. Apparently they consider their position to be slightly different than I do. How's he doing? He's doing a terrible job. He's really bad at fighting small, fast enemies. Apparently there's wave skeletons now.
This chance you have.
Ow. So yeah, a horde of... Okay, that thing could stop shooting 100% of the time. Is there an enemy that is less pleasant to fight than armored wave skeleton? Especially in a room this size where they are constantly running away from you. Honestly, I'm inclined to just let Thanatos finish it off. No, it's mine. I lied. I'm not letting you have it. God, look at the amount of damage we took there.
You've gotten stronger, Zag.
We may as well just give it to him now, right?
You shouldn't be doing this, Zag. You picked sides and things are not the same. A momentary stab at thoughtfulness can't fix something like that.
We've been through a lot then, and I think we'll be going through a lot more yet. Consider it a token of our kinship.
I've got to hand it to you, Zag. You're easy to track down. The shades of Tartarus are beginning to fear you even more than your Lord Father.
Well, they won't fear me once they get to know me.
I'm not so sure about that. Even I'm beginning to fear you, I think. Seems I don't know you as well as I thought.
Yeah, I'm definitely about to have a real a real effect on the balance of power around here. Probably not 100% in a great way. Yeah, skeletons, man. The wave skeletons are always a huge pain in the ass, but this room is like almost perfectly designed to make them unpleasant to deal with. I really wish that there were fewer enemies in this game who could initiate their attacks on you from off-screen. I might go so far as to say none. There should be none enemies who can do that. Well, yeah, I'm pretty happy to see the food. It'd be nice if there was one more pot around here. I guess we're gonna get Eurydice in a second here. That'll give our chthonic vitality a little bit of chance to regen for us. But we still have to take the food, right? I would love to be able to buy everything.
I can use this.
So Attack Inflicts Doom is certainly not bad. Battle Rage is interesting. I think I'd be willing to take Attack Inflicts Doom, even though we are kind of a fast attack sort of thing here, but I do not want the basic rarity of it. Dash creates a Blade Rift where you started might be fine for us, actually, because we are dashing around our foes a lot. I'm going to take it. I think it's fine.
That's a relief.
Yeah, and then I think we have to take that over the palm. It's just a shame that has to be a choice. I'm sure I missed a gold pot somewhere.
Looky who.
I'm gonna accidentally mess up her house real bad with that.
You're just in time, Your Royal Majesty. Got something real good cooking right here that you're gonna love. You hungry? Yeah?
Am I ever? You're always so generous. And you're always cooking. And singing. Do you have many guests come by? Your place seems somewhat off the beaten path.
What, you think I get a lot of guests here? No, but I like cooking anyway. It's like singing in a way. Keep getting better the more you try. Turns out a bit different each time.
The weird emphasis on the no, combined with the fact that one time we came in here and she was like, ugh, what do you want? And then was surprised that it was us, makes me wonder if there's something... I feel like there's something happening here. In this case, I don't know that we necessarily... I think our boons now are pretty good, but I'm really looking forward to like getting a good version of the Demeter boon. I think this is a Nectar situation.
Coming right up.
Ooh, that's good.
I wonder if it's gonna let us give nectar to Thanatos in the house. Because usually you can only do one nectar per run, right? But there are very few people that you could give nectar to in the run and then also after the run. I am hopeful. I am hopeful that we will be able to do that. Well, I suppose this is a good room to have some Eye of Lamia on. Oh, there is still a crystal up. It's like, how is he still invulnerable? I was expecting that to fade. So I was eager to get Deflect on the special, because our special takes a long time for us to execute, and sometimes, you know, we are going to get hit by ranged attacks while doing it, but the fact that it's slow to start up does mean that it's pretty hard for us to, I don't know why he just said what. It does mean that it's pretty hard for us to use it intentionally to bounce attacks, the way that, like, we often do with the dash. Alright, one more wave, right? Yes, I'm getting decent use out of this Blade Rift thing. I'm not 100% sure that I think the, oh, that's lava. Don't stand in that. Not 100% sure that I think the bonus damage on armor on the special was the right hammer pick, though.
It's Demeter.
This might be a situation where we consider taking the reroll anvil if we make it all the way to Styx.
Athena has imparted you her wisdom, Zagreus. A simulacrum of the real thing, at any rate.
Huh.
True wisdom only comes with age, I think.
Very harsh words. Demeter, I think, is by far the meanest of the Olympians. She's a little intimidating. Man, Epic Nourished Soul is certainly compelling in its own way, but I think it's not going to get much better than this for testing the thing, right? So we expect to see ticks of 10. Let's put it through its paces. We may end up, like, washing off this boon and trying to get a different cast boon, if this doesn't work out the way we want. It looks to me like that whole crystal... Yeah, because we still have the boon. So yes, it's one entire crystal that gets the bonus. That seems very, very good, then.
Right on cue.
Welcome to Spear Wizardry. And with our extra bloodstone from the Chaos Boon, each special is giving us one full load of empowered casts. This seems really cool. I don't know if it's going to be a good build, but I think it's a really neat build. So now we really want that duo boon that increases the tracking of the lasers. Which was Artemis, I think? I think that's the Artemis Demeter boon.
Message for me.
Not like I need an excuse to take the Artemis keepsake, right?
You know who keeps me awful busy, cuz? Ares. Nothing like a good old war amongst the mortals to create demand for lots and lots of messages to go around.
Sure. Wow, we're getting a lot of high rarity stuff here. So, Quick Favor is definitely interesting, but I wonder if this is a reroll. If he's here to offer us all of this high rarity stuff, I wonder if this is a reroll to hunt for dodge. Honestly, Quick Favor is real good. Yeah, I'll take that.
I needed one of those.
I really did. I really did. Zag is not wrong. If we save the Fated Persuasion for re-rolling the well, then we can just try to get up to 200 money and use it that way to hunt for another kiss.
Now what?
Boy, Shop versus Palm, huh? That's a bummer. I mean, we could get lucky. If the pomegranate wants to apply to the right boon, this could be pretty good. But I definitely would have liked to have the money to shop on that.
Delicious.
So, that's interesting. I mean, there's no reason to do this when Urge to Kill is just a better bonus, right? No, sorry, this is a 20% increase in attack damage, not a 2% increase, so... Alright, I am going to take that then. I don't see any money pots, but also, you know, a lot of the pots are obscured by the wall, so... Alright. We certainly have a strategy. Even a cool strategy. A fun strategy, I don't know, maybe not, but certainly, green. What's green? Oh, I see. That must be green. Well, that was pretty effective. Oh, right, I forgot the heads have armor. So our special thing is actually really good here, too. Here, I'm gonna do it over here. Oh, we're on Greater Call already? Okay, hold on, we'll use it as soon as the main Hydra head's vulnerable again. Dionysus, get me through this phase real quick, would you?
Oh, that's not good. Who needs a neck anyway?
Man, we really charge up quickly. I really like this. I'm having a hard time not dodging into the lava, though. I'm trying to get the next wave of wave casts out so that we can have a moment to sit and cast in relative safety. It's that damn...
Oh, blast.
They probably shouldn't be able to summon that skeleton. Is he really just going to remain impervious throughout the duration of the whole... There we go. Yeah, that's really annoying. The skeleton summoning Hydra summoned the skeleton that does that super long combo attack, and it stun locked me for a solid 5 seconds over against the wall in the lava. There was literally nothing I could do. I was trying as hard as possible to dash out of it. So now we are 100%
stay in Asphodel.
100% reliant on Patroclus showing up. Okay, hold on. We gotta look at the codex and figure out which duo boon is it. I think it's the one with Artemis. Here we go. Crystal Clarity. Yeah, that's definitely Artemis Green. Okay, so... that would be pretty cool. Yeah, we're not buying any of that. This is a really neat idea, and I'm sad that I'm not doing it more justice with my execution. Spear Laser Wizard is a real fun build.
ELYSIUM.
Alright, it's probably the key, right, for the Fated Persuasion? Yeah. Probably. Okay. You know, if I didn't want him to charge me, he absolutely would. I have no doubt of that. This will probably be pretty good against large groups of the little chariots. Get him! That's fun. Once again, there we see the very erratic behavior on the chariots stopping when they take damage. It's just like, sometimes. Sometimes they do, most of the time they don't. You can never really know what's going to happen. A whole bunch of extra darkness. I'm probably not doing that. Yeah, I'm not interested in troving for darkness here. If it gave the the extra life that it probably should give, I think I'd probably go for it. Yeah, by far the worst part of this enemy is just the incredibly inconsistent behavior. If it just did anything all of the time, if there was just one behavior that we could rely on.
Almost finished with these.
Dionysus! I've got just the thing for you.
Yeah, this rate of God Gauge charging feels almost a little unfair.
You found me.
We have a lot of really cool stuff going on in this build. I'm gonna be super bummed out if we don't get the Death Denies back.
I'm with you every step till you arrive here, Zagreus. Then I will probably ignore you like the rest. Just warning you ahead of time, alright?
She has appearances to maintain, you know? Okay, well... Codex? Sorry, what was the prerequisites? I think it's just any crit boon? Yeah. Deadly Strike, Deadly Flourish, Hunter Dash, or Artemis's Aid. Okay, so it's not even... because Hunter Dash isn't crit. Strike, Flourish, Dash, and Aid. You know what? I'll take Deadly Strike. I think that's fine. I don't want to reroll here and have a chance of not getting any of them. And we have the other slots already filled.
Artemis, guide my
So
hand.
that's actually, like, ideal, it turns out. And then we take another Artemis Moon. Alright, in theory, anytime we get a boon from either one of them now, it could be the thing we want. God, we could totally just run and hide and let our God Gauge fill up naturally. Or I suppose unnaturally. Is anything a god does natural? Like, does it all count? Let's just do this to get our thing charged up. Try to bait all of the chariots into running in front of the crystals. It totally does work. I gotta get my bloodstones back. Or, perhaps, I could just do this thing. We have some real good stuff happening.
In the name of Hades.
Alright. So, if the list shows all green, I'm a little curious if it's possible to... Yeah, okay. If it's possible to reroll into this, like, do you need to get the duo boon dialogue? We're gonna see. We're gonna try.
What else?
Oh, maybe. Well, I don't actually think Support Fire is awesome for us, but I do think these other boons are less good, so... We're not attacking quite as frequently as I would like to really make use of that. Yeah, shop's good. Shop is good. Maybe we'll have a chance to buy a boon from one of the two of them. Maybe. Hard to say.
Here's the fee.
Then we're gonna get Athena or Ares.
Hey, my kid.
Damn it. I mean, Blood Frenzy's not bad. Engulfing Vortex is way better when you're creating a lot of little blade rifts, so maybe... yeah.
The War God's power.
The fact that our dash now leaves behind a crowd control zone effectively is definitely interesting.
The vast and multitudinous riches of both the surface and the underworld are hoarded by the river boatman Charon, whose services are often tendered to the wealthiest within Elysium.
He really gets around.
And he's rich enough that occasionally we can we can just steal from him. So, now an interesting question. Of these two, let me just take a quick look. Do either of these two have duo boons that like make a lot of sense for us to be hunting? Cast inflicts chill, but is smaller and moves slower. Oh, that's requires Blade Rift though. That's kind of a cool one. And then Athena. Yeah, Stubborn Roots is probably not the thing to go for. And then out of curiosity, how do they duo with Artemis? See, that requires slicing shots, so we can't get that. I'm trying to play into the build we have running here. Where's Athena? After you deflect, chance to crit. Well, it's not amazing. So okay, we're not really considering either of those too strongly. So who just has a thing we want? I guess Athena has some damage reduction stuff. That's probably a good idea at this point.
It's the butterfly ball.
Oh, it's a good time to have huge damage bonuses against armor.
You're gone.
Yeah, that is maybe one of the fastest ones of those we've ever done. Only 2 eyes actually got to become dudes. No, 3.
You got it, man.
Still, I'll take it. That little sidestep dodge he did there so that we couldn't hit him with the throw. Very annoying. Effective, but annoying.
In the name of Hades.
Effective and because of it, annoying. So if we are thinking we're gonna, if we're banking on Patroclus, then Deathless Stand is sort of not great, right? Like he replenishes all of our missing Death Defiance anyway. So I'm wondering if we might actually be better off going for Bronze Skin here, just flat damage reduction. Of course, if we don't find him, then Deathless Stand is like really important to get. But there's no reason we couldn't get it later. I'm gonna take this. And the fact that it's a thing we've never taken before certainly factors into that. You know, currency's still good.
Out there, fish.
Although I guess there maybe are not a lot of things left for us to get.
Blasted.
I twitched. That wasn't even me going, oh, the fish, it's pulling, I have to get it. That was just a twitch of my hand. I didn't even make the decision to do that. That was a hands level failure, not a brain level failure. If we don't get Patroclus, then we're in kind of a lot of trouble anyway, I think, so that's part of the logic there. Okay, this will be a good place to set up a nice laser field. Now all of our enemies know how that guy in the Resident Evil movie felt. That's a timely reference, right? Everybody's seen that one. Let's get our thing charged up here.
For you.
Why would I ever do a melee attack? Can I tell you, I'm really surprised there's another wave. I guess I sort of like have it in my head that if you got a greater call, that means the room must be over, because like it takes forever to get a greater call. But that's really not the case for us. Not anymore. Just keep them in the blade rifts for a minute here. So yeah, I'm doing a lot of like charging into enemies and then through them, which feels a little scary and definitely is getting us hit some of the time.
In the name of Hades. Hey, got anything else?
That is not the duo boon we were looking for. And I don't think it's very good for us, because we only have Hangover on our call. So I think I'm just going to take bad pressure points instead. But now we know for sure that you can reroll into a duo boon even if you don't get duo boon dialogue. So, good to know. $128. I think we take the money here to hedge against the bad luck of not getting Patroclus. Is that way we can at least attempt to buy a Kiss of Styx.
Damn you.
Welcome to the Murder Zone! Okay, could you please not spawn a half dozen enemies on top of me? God, there's so many of them. There's so many of them. I'm not gonna use our call here. If this guy's the end of the room, it's fine, and if not, we want it for the next wave. Yeah, see?
You got it, man.
Oh, also that is a thing, apparently. There's just gonna be, on top of the room maybe already being too long, just a couple of armored chariots. That's very annoying. That they move just fast enough for the lasers not to be able to track them.
All clear.
Alright, well, now we're prepped. Oh, right! These have a heat requirement. If I remember correctly, in the last build I played, it was escalating, so it would be like, I'm assuming from this, it would be 5 heat for the gates in Tartarus, 10 for the gates in Asphodel. So, I mean, that's maybe a good reason to play on 10 heat. 10 heat's probably not that different from 8, but it would give us access to more gates, which is potentially just more loot. Okay. Lucky, lucky, lucky. And with the replenishments, we're actually in pretty good shape. This does mean that on this run we turned down 3 consecutive Centaur Hearts, which is very weird for me.
You again. I told you to stay clear of me. Your father's quite the big shot around here, but that means nothing to me, understand? Go, and tell him he can cast me in the pits of Tartarus for all I care. It'd be a welcome change of pace from being put to pasture here.
Alright, so yeah, this is well over 200 bonus health. And it scales upward as we continue to purchase more hearts, which we may get a chance to do right here. Or not, you know, also maybe not.
I'll take it.
Oh, hi there, Zagreus. I was just failing to persuade
Ah,
you,
excellent.
Demeter, to ease up off the snowy stretch that we've been having for a while. Some of the mortals are quite weary of it now, and it sure doesn't make the hunting any easier.
The mortals are resourceful, Artemis. Their one redeeming quality, perhaps. They'll find a way through our long winter here. They ought to, since they brought it on themselves.
Yeah, she's like very, very supervillainy. She has a strong supervillain energy. Wow, look at this. Okay, well, obviously we're taking Crystal Clarity. This is like a total no-brainer. But what a set of boons, huh?
Let's go, team.
Yeah, also give me this thing. Let's go for... Okay, I was kind of hoping that we'd get to upgrade beam damage again, but... It's probably just 4% everything, right? Dionysus' aid is very powerful, and we get it all the time. You know what? Yeah, I'll take that one. Alright. The odds of us getting through this without losing a single life are not great. Could happen, I guess. What if I just, like, played really well? Can you imagine?
Rematch. Theseus, before you flap your ghostly gums at me again, I'd like to hear from good Asterius this time. He almost never gets a word in thanks to you.
Yeah, Asterius is my friend.
The king speaks for the both of us, short one. Though if you wish to hear me say something to you, I will oblige.
And I too shall oblige. That is, oblige my trusty spear, which yearns to penetrate your soft and vulnerable, altogether pallid flesh. Now die!
We tried. It's kind of working. I didn't really lay them down very intelligently there. Yeah, it's a lot of damage. It is a lot of damage. I just gotta make sure I put him down in a place where they'll actually be able to hit him. Oh god. Okay, that was almost real bad. I keep getting tagged by Theseus' spear throw.
You are unfit to walk these hallowed passageways. Now, fiend!
Oh, what a terrible way to get hit, too. That was like such a... That should have been such a dodgeable thing. Come on, just break. There we go.
One down, one to go.
Apologies for the noises. Here's a real downside that I didn't really think about. We're creating so much visual noise that I can't tell when he's prepping his melee attack. She does not like it when I spurn her. Oops, I was fine. I didn't... All I needed to do there was not move. How is he not dead yet? He's... Okay, I'm super frustrated by that. He should have been dead. We had multiple lasers out, and he had no health, and he just survived for 5 extra seconds, long enough to steal another death denied from us. That's really bad.
I'll just help myself. Thanks for believing in me, my good shade.
I do not feel like I am doing you justice. That's really bad.
I suppose that I shall be seeing you quite soon.
The loss of 1 Death Defiance there is a thing we could have compensated for. The loss of 2 is very, very, very bad. Well, now what's right? I mean, it's probably the Bracer. Just like, it's very difficult to beat 30% flat damage reduction. Distant Memory, we don't actually know how it works, so it's hard to want to take it in this situation. I don't know if it would increase the crystal damage when the crystals are distant from the enemy, or whenever I'm distant from the enemy, no matter how close the crystals are, or, you know, like, how could we possibly know what effect this will have? So I don't really feel like we have much of a choice but to take the Bracer. We could take Lucky Tooth, but it's just 50 health. I mean, the Cerberus's collar is as good. And this is going to be more effective health over the course of the remaining biome. But this is a bad place to be in. It's not unrecoverable, but it's definitely a really bad place to be in.
Cheers.
Now, even non-charged versions of the crystal drop are still going to be very powerful in a lot of the small rooms here, especially since the small rooms are so short.
The temple.
The fact that it took me 3 strikes to hit the stationary jar there, not a great sign, I think. Oh, fishing. Let's get a second fish, since I screwed up the other one. It would be really nice to come out of this with a win. Both for storyline purposes and also, you know, because of we need the blood.
You're mine. Another gap, huh?
Alright, I calmed down and displayed a little bit of patience, and we were rewarded. Let this be our guiding star. So I would love to see... no such luck. I was going to say I would love to see an Athena boon be offered in here somewhere in the hopes that she might give us that Death Defiance. But it looks like we are just, we're just out of luck on that front. We're just going to have to do this with the resources we brought. I don't know how a rat managed to bite us in there. Their attack has absolutely no animation. They could just hit you if you are close at the wrong moment. Well, we're perfectly safe from that guy right here, at least for the moment. Weird that it gave us backstab credit on exactly one of these melee attacks. Shouldn't it be kind of an all or nothing deal? As soon as the poison wears off. Man, maybe it's never going to. Alright. That room went alright. Yeah, the lasers are super strong against groups of the tiny rats. Try to get these out in a couple of different spots here. Also, just dashing a lot and like creating a wall of blade rifts behind us. Pretty good at dealing with these rats. And still I got bit, because, you know, can't actually stop them. Gosh, I really like this build. Okay, this final chamber where the strategy is just spam so much garbage at you so that you will not even be able to see the enemy attacks is a strategy that unfortunately we are very vulnerable right now, right now on account of we also create a huge amount of visual garbage.
Enough of this place.
Like before I got hit by that pot attack right near the end of the room, I didn't even see that there was an attack happening because of how overloaded all this stuff was. Alright, so we're going to hold on to 200 coin in the hopes of encountering a well. And I guess let's just let's keep digging here. Keep digging until we find ourselves a satyr sack. Throw this in a place where it's not going to hurt me to go get it. Yeah, I really like this interaction. Unfortunately, it doesn't hit stun, so it doesn't stop the satyrs from spitting, the crystal laser. But it's still real good damage. Is that... Okay, it's just... It was just the sparkle of breakable pots. I do feel pretty rich. So it has become clear to me that no amount of being invincible and also being coated in damaged fields and also having multiple lasers out is enough to prevent me from getting bitten by the little rats. Just stay back here behind this pillar. Oh, I've destroyed the pillar. Very irresponsible of me, given my defensive strategy. Okay. Just panicked side dashing every time I heard the wretch noise.
Found it already.
Interesting. I don't really know what this means. All of this spin attack garbage. What a shame. I mean, I guess quick spin is probably... We're not going to use our spin attack. But if we were going to use our spin attack,
with this spear.
That's the way we would want to do it.
That away. Oh, what's in this stuff?
And then we're not, we don't even have one of those anvils in Karen's shop, right?
To get out of here.
Yeah. Shoot. So what do I think we need for the fight against Hades? We have beaten Hades on 300 health before. I think we beat Hades on 300 health last run. Right now, we don't quite have enough money for... We don't quite have enough money for Boon plus Palm. Or Boon plus the Big Palm. And there's one more non-difficult branch remaining. It's not like a good reward, but... Alright, perhaps unwisely. We're doing one extra. There we go. Ow. I am definitely not dashing the same distance that I'm used to. I think it's because the rooms are more zoomed in. Like, I press space and he moves about 40% further than I'm expecting him to. That's a real problem, man. It's probably not how that should work. Okay. Let my terrifying ice crystals do my bidding. Can't quite line it up so I can hit them all at once. But that's what we need to be doing here. Yeah, so that's a great example of how sometimes the game is weirdly generous about backstabs. Not only was I not backstabbing that guy, I probably shouldn't have been hitting him. He was behind me. But because I was attacking in the direction that his back was facing, I was still getting it. It's the hitboxes on your attacks are super generous. Really? Just while I was hitting him, huh? Man's got no respect for the rules. What the... Okay, I'm like 80% sure I saw that satyr die. His health bar went empty and then his body stopped existing. But apparently that doesn't mean what I thought it meant. And he was, in fact, able to suddenly be there again. This is a real problem for me. Please die before the thing... Okay. It was starting to pulse poison gas.
Good enough to eat.
Alright, well this was hugely negative.
Got some zest.
Hugely negative. And kind of wild that we've not seen a single well.
Cheers, mate.
I don't think that's any good, really. None of these are.
Gods grant me strength.
Yeah, I think we're taking this and just giving up on... Yeah, sure. Taking these and just giving up on finding a well. Because it's just going to hurt us more. This is... We would have to beat Hades on 250 health to win this. And while we do have a pretty powerful build, have we ever done that? Have we gotten it that tight before?
The Guardian of Hell itself decides the time has come for a short break and snack.
I mean, that was way more damage than I was expecting to take in a branch. That's probably killed us, is my guess. We're going to do a lot of running away on this particular battle.
So, boy, did you ask her about how she came to join me in the underworld? Did you confirm all your suspicions then?
You didn't drag her down to hell yourself, apparently. You're not going to tell me who did, though I can well imagine. Your brothers got to reign forever on Olympus while you got sent down into the underworld. So they gave you a consolation prize, didn't they?
You make such accusations knowing next to nothing. Careless as ever. Poseidon had nothing to do with it. He knows even less than you. If you value her existence or your own, it would be wise to keep it that way, and to turn back.
Okay. Very defensive fighting style. Kind of got to wait for him to pick the venue, though, before we put down our crystals. I'd love to create an area over here where I don't have to worry about the thing happening. But of course, attempting to destroy a crystal is just going to get us hit by lots of other stuff. Yeah, the very short range on our special does hurt a little bit. That said, the strategy's totally working. I say, before immediately getting hit by a huge attack.
Come forth, wretches, and dispose of this unfilial oaf.
Or, alternatively, wretches, you could just not come forth. Imagine if you did that instead. Okay. I'm assuming, yep. I was gonna say, that must be less than a centimeter from ceasing to exist. And sure enough. But that wave, like, we should not have had to dodge that wave. That wave should not have extended that far. Yeah, we just don't have the burst damage with this build to actually run around and kill the gemstones. Or the bloodstones, rather. Like, look at how long that's taking. It takes the duration of a bloodstone's survival for us to kill a single bloodstone, which means that we cannot do it in any situation where he has put up more than one, which is always. I kind of wanted to save the Dionysus thing for the next phase, but you know what? It'll come up again so quickly. We don't need to be cute about it. Alright, cool. Just 22 health the final phase. No big deal.
We are not finished.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Consider that
If I-
reimbursement for last time.
If I had gone into the corner at all, I was doomed. There's no... I should have waited for him to come out and then gone to get the Bloodstones.
That's Eurydice's song.
Well, I mean, we got him singing again.
It's fun watching the pool of sticks, you know? The ripples in the blood and everything, and sometimes somebody pops out of there like you. House staff and guests of honor, no one else. I sign them in and help make sure they have a pleasant stay.
Well, sign me in then.
I'm sure my stay will be pleasant. Aw. And Thanatos isn't actually here.
I've decided I should give this singing thing another shot for now, my friend. I hope you like it.
You sing beautifully, mate. If only Eurydice could hear you singing this right now.
Oh, thanks for the sentiment, my friend. It's just... when I sing this song of hers, I've this feeling where my heart once was that, well, perhaps she can.
Perhaps she can.
Ah, I see. Well, that's a shame. The fact that these two are in conversation probably is going to mean we can't give nectar to either of them, right?
I sense the growing darkness in you, child. I am so very proud of you. You always have been capable, yet now you seem to radiate with newfound power.
I'm getting somewhere, I guess.
But that was then and this is now, and we have work to do. Anyway, Than, I think we'd best continue this discussion at some other time.
That's very interesting. I would love to know what we were just talking about.
You're interrupting private conversations, Agrius. Leave us.
No, let him stay if that's what he wants. What does it matter? He's technically allowed within these halls, but he must know he isn't welcome anymore.
Yeah, you make that real clear.
I'm just keeping busy here, like always, Prince.
Well, at least she didn't panic and run away.
What's the latest?
Cause of death, sharp object. I feel like we should be a little more specific than that. Hermes is really slacking. Perhaps it's all these fish.
Alright then.
Oh, that's it, really? 2 fish, 25 gemstones?
Let's see here.
Yeah, we don't want to do any of this. So we're not anywhere near what we need for that. We haven't really gotten a whole lot of darkness. I feel like we are constantly getting darkness room rewards, but it's taken a long time to accumulate what we need. Oh, wait, has it? Oh, interesting. The son of the god of the dead shall someday break free from the realm in which he was born, while influenced by all the many talents revealed to him in the... Oh! Oh, yo! Okay, so this is a huge amount of blood, and it should be really easy to get it if we're willing to spend a couple of keys, right? We just swap everything, and then do a run, use a key, swap all of the talents to their alternate versions, do a run while, you know, put at least 1 point into each of them. This is a thing we could just do next episode. So I think it will be. Although, it won't exactly get us there, because there's stuff at the bottom of the mirror that we've never had any points in, right? Yeah, like we never did either of these. So it'll take at least 2 runs to get that, but we can totally make that happen. Okay, well I think that's the plan then. So let's see if there's anything else interesting happening out here.
What's the matter? You gone soft or something, pal?
Very disrespectful. Alright, well...
Malphon hungers.
Malphon does hunger. The thing about Malphon is it's always hungering. So, if we were going to spend some blood here... I think the aspect of Demeter is definitely one where it doesn't seem so good right now, but I can see with a couple of levels up how it could get better. You know, if you're getting... So right now, the standing version of the special hits twice already, right? And that's unusual. And a lot of the talents for increasing the damage of your special and stuff feel like they're balanced around the fact that with most weapons, the special is something you do once, infrequently. So if you were to push the gloves up to like 4 hits off of your special, 4 bonus hits off of your special that already hits twice, it feels like some of the boons, like the Zeus boon that makes your special hit drop a big lightning bolt, could be really big. Or like Doom on special if you got the... I don't think we've seen it yet, but there is an Ares boon that makes it so you can stack Doom and it does more damage. Yeah, okay. That's what we're gonna do next. I'm gonna put 2 levels into this, maybe?
Remember your past.
Yeah. Plus, they're pretty cool looking. I think all of the fist aspects look really cool. This is definitely my favorite weapon at the moment. Yes, that's the direction we'll head, and now that we know that we will get enough blood to upgrade these 2, and I'll just figure this thing out. As you could probably tell from the way I want to talk about my tone a little bit here. As you could probably tell from the way I started talking about midway through Asphodel, really. I'm pretty disappointed with my performance there, and I try not to like get into a negativity spiral. To be clear, I do not believe that like you have to be in a positive frame of mind to do well. Obviously, I do well when in a negative frame of mind all the time. Last episode, I think, is a pretty good example. I just am a person who is in a negative frame of mind basically always, and I try really hard to do the other thing. So, one thing I want to say is, don't feel too bad for me when it sounds like I'm beating myself up. It's not as bad as it probably sounds. I guess I'm used to it, or, you know, I'm not as upset as I sound, I think. That's an impression I've gotten from the way a lot of people react in the comments when I'm feeling a little frustrated with myself. And I think there was another thing I was going to say, but I've plumb forgotten what it is. So, I think this is where we're going to call it for today. Thank you all so much for watching. That was a real bummer. The build was so cool that like a lot of the self-deprecation here is just me being frustrated that I didn't do a better job with the extremely cool tools I was given. But we're gonna come back to that one. You know we're gonna try that again. But when you come back next time, tomorrow, or whenever, I don't know which day's episode this is anymore. When you come back next time, whenever next time is, we're gonna do some very serious uppercutting. And we'll see you then.